Well, very good evening from Riyadh on what is the final round of matches in Group B at the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium. Al Jazira of the United Arab Emirates taking on Al Shabab in the 2022 AFC Champions League. Well, this group is not quite settled. Al Shabab are guaranteed to finish top of it. They will be in the last 16. The side currently in second place, Air Force Club, also known as Al Jawiyah, are still in with a chance of finishing as one of the best runners-up, so they could make it through still if they get a win in their match tonight against Mumbai City, which is being played at the King Fahd International Stadium, also here in Riyadh. But for Al Jazira, who are involved in this game tonight, they cannot finish second, they cannot qualify. Just 4 points from their 5 games means that this is an opportunity for Marcel Kaiser to use a few of the younger players. We'll have a look at the lineups in just a few moments. A big challenge for his team against one of the teams that have been performing at the highest level in this competition so far in this season's edition of the AFC Champions League. Al Shabab, along with Al Hilal, the front runners in terms of the number of wins, number of points picked up so far. Al Shabab have only conceded 1 goal in their 5 games so far. 4 wins rather, and 1 draw. Been pretty impressive in this group. They've dealt with it pretty comfortably. They are guaranteed top spot. They've named a pretty strong side tonight. Couple of notable absentees, but they'll be reasonably confident given their recent form of continuing their excellent record in this group. As I mentioned, 4 clean sheets in the 5 games and just 2 drop points means that they are clear front runners. With Al Jawiyah, the only team who could potentially still make it into the last 16, that is the side from Iraq, of course. They'll be involved against Mumbai City, who are currently bottom of the group. They've picked up 4 points like Al Jazira, so they could finish on a high, trying to get into 3rd place, but they won't be in the round of 16. Al Shabab, who are playing in this competition for the first time in 7 years, have already guaranteed a better performance this time around. They only made the group stages and failed to get out of it in that last appearance. They did finish runner-up of this competition back in the 92-93 season, which was in the Asian Club Championship era before it changed its name to the Asian Champions League. More recently, they made the semi-finals in 2010, and they lost to Seongnam on away goals. So close to making the final there. They have 6 league titles, but haven't won one since 2012. Their chances of picking up another this year on the 10th anniversary of that title win looking pretty unlikely. Mathematically, I think still possible, but 13 points behind the league leaders with 5 games to go. So this is perhaps the competition they want to focus on for the time being. Some outstanding results, 3-0 win against Mumbai City in their first game, followed that up with a 3-0 win over tonight's opponents, Al Jazira. A couple of goals for the Brazilian Carlos, who is their top scorer in this competition in that game. He's not going to be involved tonight. He scored 5 goals in 4 appearances. And he did score in the last game that Al Shabab played. That was against Mumbai City a few days ago, a 6-0 win. Their 4th win, their 4th clean sheet. They've only conceded once. That was in a 1-1 draw with the Iraqi side in this group, Al Jawiyah. And for Al Jazira, just 4 points from their 5 games. They know that they can't go beyond this group phase. Playing in this competition for the first time in 4 years. They lost to Persepolis on away goals in 2018 in the round of 16. They are, of course, the current UAE Pro League champions, having qualified as a result of winning that particular title. Their only wins so far coming against Mumbai City, a 1-0 win. They also drew 0-0 with the same team as well. That is where they've picked up all of their points so far in this group. And there are the two head coaches, both European. Dutchman in charge of Al Jazira, Marcel Keizer, former Ajax and Sporting head coach, and Marius Sumadica of Romania, 51-year-old in his second spell in charge of Al Shabab. Actually, both coaches are enjoying a second spell in charge of their current teams. The players are out. The action is just a few minutes away now, as Al Shabab will look to wrap up this group stage in style after such an impressive campaign so far. 5 games, 4 wins, 16 goals, and just 1 conceded so far. So here's the starting 11 for Al Jazira. And as Marcel Keizer has been saying before the game, a chance for some of the young players to impress. 5 changes in all from the last game in this group, including 1 in goal. Ali Ameri coming in and captaining the side as well. Mamadou Koulibaly, who starts as 18 years old, and Ali Al-Memari, just 17. The referee is from Uzbekistan, Tantashev Ilgiz.
Blue for you and green for you. Blue, you will decide. Side or ball? Huh? Yeah. So you choose this side. Ball for you.
And the 2 captains there. Despite having already won this group, Al Shabab have gone with a strong starting 11. And Marius Sumadica just making 2 changes from that 6-0 win over Mumbai City. John Mary coming into the starting 11. He will lead the line up front, the Nigerian-born Cameroonian player. Nada Al-Sharari also into the starting 11 with Carlos, the Brazilian, one of those missing out tonight. He is their top scorer, 5 goals in 4 appearances in the group stages. A couple of goalkeepers on each of the 2 benches this evening. And this will be a big challenge for some of the younger players who have come into the starting 11 here for Al Jazira. 2 teenagers and a 20-year-old amongst the 5 changes made by Marcel Keizer. And they could go level on points with the side currently second in the group. The Air Force club from Iraq with a better head-to-head record, though, over Al Jazira, so no chance of finishing second, but their points tally too low anyway. Al Jazira know their fate, but will hope that they can cause an upset here against one of the most impressive teams in this competition so far. We are pretty much ready to get underway. And Al Shabab in the red.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ready to get things going here in Riyadh. And away we go. Last game in this group for both of these teams. Al Shabab, of course, will be back for the knockout stage. Al Jazira unable to do what they did back in 2018 and make the last 16. Contest themselves this evening against one of the best sides in the competition so far. We're looking to put some early pressure on Al Jazira. That one has gone out of play for a throw. Faisal score. Unable to get to that. There is Marcel Kaiser, the head coach of Al Jazira. Took over for a second time back in 2019. Former Ajax coach and Sporting in Portugal as well. Marius Sumadica of Romania, the 51-year-old, who took over for a second time as well at Al Shabab in 2022. Al-Habi. It's a good challenge by the 18-year-old Mamadou Koulibaly. Ali Al-Mamari, who is leading the line, incidentally, for Al Jazira, is the 17-year-old. Did come on as a substitute in the last game. That defeat to Air Force Club. John Mary here. It's good work by Traore. He's continued his run here. But, just a little too much on that. It'll trickle out of play for a goal kick. Faisal score. Happy to watch that one roll out. No real pressure on Al Shabab this evening, but Marius Sumadica was saying that he wasn't thinking about returning to league action or indeed the latter stages of this competition, and all that mattered was what happens here this evening. The side could be in a bit of trouble here. There's just a little slip there from Zayed Sultan, which has allowed Al Shabab to regain control. Hussein Al-Khatani. Now Iago Santos. Switching the play. Switching it very well indeed. It's going to be picked up here by Al-Hamadi. I'll score. Challenged by Koulibaly. Bahebri. Gathered by Ali Ameri, back in the starting 11 and wearing the captain's armband in goal, 23-year-old. Marcel Kaiser spoke about the opportunity for the young players. Chance to test themselves. Abdullah Idris coming forward, and this is Abdullah Ramadan. Pressure from Nawaf there, tied up by Mamadou Koulibaly. Al-Mamari onto this. Good recovery, because the teenager was threatening there. Now Al Shabab looking to get things moving quickly. It's a quick release by the goalkeeper. One back by Zayed Sultan. Al-Khatani. A little exchange with Paulinho. Another Al-Shashai with a lovely ball through. John Merriwake in the middle. It's challenged by Koulibaly, and a good one on the Waf Al-Abed. The Al-Shabab skipper looked to be in a good position there. Al-Harbi. Iago Santos. Al-Jouai gets it back again here. Abdullah Al-Jouai. Nicely won back as well, though, by Mamari. There's Koulibaly again. Deloritres to Khalifa Al-Hamadi. It's an ambitious pass and not quite the one that they needed there. And this is really the first opening for Al-Shabab. What a good recovery challenge that was from Mamadou Koulibaly. Vitally important one. We haven't seen any clear-cut chances really at either end, but there have been a couple of uncomfortable moments for both defences in the opening 8 minutes here, where it does remain goalless. That'll be a free kick. Ali Ameri. Headed by Al-Hamadi. Go out of play for an Al-Shabab throw coming up to the 10-minute mark. Iago Santos. Paulinho. The two Brazilians exchanging passes, and now it's with Al-Sharari. One of the two players brought into the starting 11 by the Romanian head coach. Hussein Al-Khatani. Switching the play well. Onto Al-Harbi. Harbi again, the cross, which is too deep. Will stay with Al-Shabab, though. Now it has been given away. Cut out by Al-Score. Finding it a little more difficult to hold on to possession in the opening 11 minutes here. Al Jazira and Shabab look a little more comfortable, perhaps as you would expect. It'll be a free kick to Al Shabab. Currently goalless in the other game between Mumbai City and Air Force Club, who are still in with a chance of making it through to the last 16. It's one of the best placed runners-up. 3 of the 5 from each region make it through to the last 16, the best 3. Sharari, it's another good ball from him. Nawaf. Al-Score. That's Bahebri. The flag will go up here for offside. John Mary was ready to tap the ball into the empty net, but realised that it was going to be flagged by the official on that far side. Al-Score just going a little early, or did he? That's pretty close. That's a tight call. Good run here. Motab Al-Habri. No Eva Banega in the starting 11 for Al Shabab this evening, and no Carlos either. As I mentioned before, he's the top scorer in this competition, having scored 5 times, including one in that 6-0 win against Mumbai City in the last game. Iago Santos. Al-Shahari. Nawaf Al-Abd is brought down. Shabab captain winning the free kick. Just caught there by Traore. Nawaf Al-Abd once more. Cut out by Paulinho. Picks it up again from Nawaf Al-Abd, who Looked like he might be setting him on his way, but Al-Shabab now could get the opportunity. Sort of half cross, half shot there, hit early from Hatan Bahebri, but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper Ali Ameri, never really in any kind of trouble. Iago Santos. Koulibaly does well. Get it back again here, but beaten to it. The free kick has been given, though. Back by Koulibaly. Al-Hamadi. Abdullah Idris now. This is Traore. Comes to nothing that time for Al Jazira. Haven't really threatened so far, but then Ali Ameri's not exactly been busy either. Shabab have been a little more adventurous and look like the side in more control at the moment. And perhaps the side more likely to make a breakthrough in this first half. Lots of possession. There's Nawaf Al-Abed. Lovely turn there from Al-Jouai. Iago Santos look for the ball over the top. It's well defended again by Al-Hamadi this time. The flag's gone up for offside anyway. It's another close one. Iago Santos. Zalhabi. It's nicely cut out by Traore. Charging forward, earns a free kick just inside the Al-Shabab half. Al-Khatani. Al-Shirari. So a lot of the ball over on that right-hand side. He's always looked to pick out score, and man in your picture there, Hassan Bahebri. They have looked a threat down the right-hand side. Remains goalless in both games in this group at the moment. Air Force Club trying to make the breakthrough against Mumbai City. Koulibaly, it's a good ball. Well defended by Yago Santos, under pressure from Al-Mamari, cleared by Fawaz Al-Khani, the goalkeeper. Flag up for offside here. Traore. Al-Harbi. Paulinho. Could turn into a really good ball there. I'll score to John Mary. Well, best chance of the game so far. Ali Ameri with a comfortable save. The Cameroonian, well, fairly should perhaps have done a little bit better here. It's a good chance. I'll score, make the run. He got a shot on target, but there wasn't a great deal of power there. It's a big opportunity, by far the best we've had in the game so far. Came from that right-hand side again, which is where Shabab have looked a threat in this first period. Alameri in charge down there, but dealt with it well. Jamal did well there for Jazira, and there could be a chance here. Pass there from Zayed Sultan, not quite the right one. Katani. Sharari finds John Mary, who's offside. It's a great turn by Traore. Against Sal's score and managed to get away too. One back again in midfield, and then given away quickly. Yusuf Ayman can't find his intended target. Here goes Santos. Nawaf Alabed. Score, playing it back to his captain. Al Score has it again here. This is nicely worked by Al Shabab. And fired in goalwards and easily gathered by Ali Ameri. Starting to have a little more to do. So it's Sultan with the throw, slightly heavy touch there from Ali Mamari. Koulibaly, still pretty composed in midfield, the 18-year-old. Pass there from Traore is a poor one. It's gone straight through to Fawaz Al-Kouani. Al-Habi. Here goes Santos. Al-Sharari. Score. Beaten to it by Abdullah Idris. He's got back onto it here. This is Paulinho. Looking for the cross. John Mary is there. Got his head to it. Not enough contact. Couldn't direct his effort goalwards. Counter-attack potentially on here, but it's good covering. Al-Habi to the rescue there for Al-Shabab. Al-Score. This could be an opportunity now. What a vital block that is. They're asking for a handball. Slightly uncomfortable moment or two there. Would have been a really harsh decision. Great run though from Behebri. Did just strike Hussein El-Khatani. Don't think there was much he could have done. Comes the cross. Kept it alive here. Al-Shabab. Ramadan. Zayed Sultan. Ahmed Jamal. It's a nice ball through the middle. Yusuf Ayman keeping this alive. He'll win his team a throw-in. It did look like there might have been an opportunity there for Al-Mamari. Pass is a poor one from Khalifa Al-Hamadi. Straight out of play for a throw, just past the half-hour mark here. That man in your picture just a moment ago, John Mary with the best chance in the first half so far. Al-Shabab have created a couple of good opportunities in the last few minutes. Just starting to look a little more threatening. Chase here is on, but it's good defending by Zayed Sultan. Making sure that Abdullah Al-Jouei didn't get anywhere near that one. It was a cross that just was a little too high for John Mary to make good contact with it. They are starting to pick him out in the middle there, the Al-Shabab players. There has been a goal in the other game in this group, which is pretty significant. Mumbai City have taken the lead against Air Force Club. They really could do with all 3 points if they are to stand the chance of making it through to the last 16, so that is a big blow to their qualification hopes. The start of today's games, the 3 teams from the West region who were heading for the round of 16 with 1 game to play. Al Rayyan, Shabab Al Ali and Nasaf Kashi on 10, 9 and 8 points respectively, obviously with 1 game to play. Of course, if all 3 of those teams win, then there's not much hope for anybody else. But Air Force Club in with a chance. They're on 7 points. If they pick up the 3, I'd feel there's a decent opportunity one of those other 3 will slip up and maybe there'd be an opening. So they certainly wouldn't have given up hope of qualifying. But they currently trail as Al-Shabab look to get the first goal in this game. They have started to threaten more and more, particularly from that right-hand side. That's where a lot of the balls into the penalty area have come from. Iago Santos has it now. They'll score again, trying to cause problems for Al Jazira. It's well dealt with by Traore. Abdullah Idris. Clear long. Turns into a decent ball, actually, and that'll be a free kick and probably the first yellow card. There it is. Confirmation there. You would have seen the table on the top left of your screen come up briefly there. That goal for Mumbai City, putting them, as it stands, above Al Jazira, who had dropped to the bottom of the group. Confirmation of the booking there for Nader Al-Sharari. Al-Harbi. Back heel there. Al-Harbi's done well to get on the end of that once more. The cross comes in. John Mary again getting something on it, just a little too high. It's become a bit of a frustrating half for him. Leading the line there for Al-Shabab. He's had 1 really, really good opportunity and then a couple of half chances. Crosses that have just been ever so slightly high. Hebri floated from wing to wing over the course of this first half so far. It's caused problems for Al Jazira. Here he is again, trying to get ahead of Koulibaly, and does so, and that ball just not quite right for John Mary. He might just keep it alive here. He'll try and work his way back into the penalty area. Scored, trying to find a way through. Once again, a big opening there for Al-Shabab, but the final ball was lacking. Now it's a foul by Umar Traore. It'll be a free kick to Al-Shabab. Paulinho, that's a great run. That's a good save, but John Mary denied, unbelievably. Well, he must have thought he'd scored there. Marius Sumadica can't believe that it's not gone in. Corner's been taken quickly here. Al Shabab looking to keep the pressure up. Paulinho. Al-Habi, John Mary, great block again. And Al Jazira going to survive once more. And the chances now are starting to fall on a regular basis for the striker. Al Jazira are feeling the pressure, but at the moment they're hanging on. What an opportunity this was. It's great play by Paulinho. His effort was saved. John Mary somehow denied by Khalifa Al-Hamadi. It's an outstanding block. And John Mary will feel he should have scored. Fawassal's score has it here. Just raised the intensity level here, Al Shabab. That cross has gone straight into the arms of Al-Ameri. One back again here by Al Shabab. But careless in possession there. Al Jazira. Al score has it. Bahebri. Al score. Great tackle by the defender there, Abdullah Idris. It will be a corner though. That ball did cross the line. Nawaf Al-Abed to take the corner. It's a decent delivery, hasn't been fully cleared yet. Curled in towards the goalkeeper by Paulinho, gathered comfortably by Ali Ameri. Slipped through again here. And will be a corner. It's another good tackle. Al-Shawi doing really well. This time it was Abdullah Idris getting back and making the important intervention. There's been some tremendous last-ditch defending from Al Jazira in the last few minutes. Comes the corner, and Ali Ameri holding it comfortably. His handling has been very good. Jazira goalkeeper. Traore. He's looking for Al-Mamari. The 17-year-old's been a little quiet up front, but he hasn't had a great deal to work with. Al Shabab have dominated the ball more and more as this half has progressed. Bahebri. Paulinho bundled over. Throw in the decision. Into the final 5 minutes here. Koulibaly helps it on. almost through there. Iago Santos did really well. The score won't be able to keep it in play. Al-Mamari. Koulibaly. Given away by Yusuf Arman. The flag is up for offside against John Mary. Certainly had a frustrating 42 minutes so far. He's had the big chances in the game. He did go too early there. Definitely offside. Pull back again. So Al-Qahtani penalised, and the free kick's taken quickly, and Al Jazira almost creating an opening there. Ali Al-Mamari. Almost getting a shot on goal, and here is John Mary, who's had chances already. He just ran away from him. Throw in taken quickly. Jamal. Iago Santos will go back to the goalkeeper as we enter the final minute of normal time in this first half. Shabab have certainly had the better of the opportunities. John Mary in particular, with 2 or 3 glorious chances to open the scoring. Iago Santos. Bahebri. Falabed will try his best to keep this alive, and almost did. Koulibaly. Al-Mamari chasing after it, but it's cut out by Al-Score, and the referee doesn't add any time on at the end of this first half. No goals in the opening 45 minutes here in Riyadh, but a couple of glorious opportunities for that man there, John Mary in particular. One saved at the goalkeeper that was rather a tame effort, and then a stunning goal-saving challenge by Khalifa Al-Hamadi, blocking the ball on the line to keep it at 0-0. Al-Shabab have been closer to opening the scoring here, but they haven't been able to break the deadlock, and it's been frustrating for Marius Sumaditsa so far, as the group winners try and make it a 5th win out of 6 games. Also chasing a 5th clean sheet in the group phase. Half-time then in Riyadh, it's Al Jazira 0, Al-Shabab 0. So the teams making their way back out in Riyadh. Second half of this game from Group B. Al Shabab, who are already guaranteed group winners, taking on Al Jazira, who won't be in the last 16, whatever happens here this evening. They cannot qualify. Al Shabab with the bigger chances in the first half. No goals scored, but that man in your picture, John Mary, had several opportunities. Just a few words from his manager, Marius Sumaditsa, prior to the start of this second half. This young Al Jazira team have done a reasonable job of containing them. It's the 17-year-old Ali Al-Mamari making his first start for the club. He has played in 5 of the 6 group games now in the AFC Champions League this season. This is his first start. There are going to be changes here at the start of the second half as well. Nawaf Dawi and a Mohammed Al-Yamahi both coming on. Abdallah Ramadan, one of those making way. As the second half gets underway. Shabab have only conceded 1 goal in the group phase so far. They've dropped just 2 points. 1-1 draw with Air Force Club. Otherwise, in the 4 games, they won and kept clean sheets. They haven't really been threatened in this game so far. They're looking to get off to a good start here in the second period. It's a dangerous ball in from Al Score. It was a constant threat down the right-hand side in the first half. Abdullah Ramadan coming off at half-time, and so is Khalifa Al-Hamadi, who made that incredible block to deny John Mary in the first half late on. Cameroonians certainly looked the more likely to open the scoring. Former Shenzhen striker John Mary did have a brief spell in Japan as well last year. It's only his second start in the AFC Champions League. Hasn't scored in this competition yet. Scored 1 goal in 3 appearances in the league since joining the club. He's certainly had opportunities to add to that tally, the 29-year-old. He'll be a target in here as this free kick comes in. It's a good header away by Zayed Sultan. Switch of play again. The pass just a little too strong for Hassan Bahebri. Jazira on the move again. Get themselves a throw-in. Didn't really create anything too significant in that first half, and a couple of half chances or moments where they looked threatening. Required a bit of composure at the back from Al Shabab to deal with the threat. Nothing really to put them in too much danger. John Mary. Paulinho. They'll score. Al-Qahtani. Koulibaly trying to win that ball back in the midfield. He's looked quite impressive, the 18-year-old. Certainly hasn't looked out of place in that midfield area. Ball over the top here. But, the goalkeeper gathers it comfortably for Faisal Khani. Never really in any danger. One back by Paulinho, but given away again. And Traore goes for goal. A rare attempt from Al Jazira, not troubling Fawaz there. This is a good run. Al-Habri. Into John Mary, trying to get it under control. Tied it up by Mohamed Rabi. One back by the captain, Nawaf Al-Abed. Behebri. Paulinho. Might fancy his chances from here. Goes for goal. Fires it over the top. Never really troubling the goalkeeper here. Knew it was always rising. Showing a bit of intent and ambition here. Free kick given. Sultan just had his heels clipped there. I think it was accidental, really, from Behebri. Iago Santos. Sultan tidying up briefly, but possession lost by Al Jazira. And there could be danger as well. It's a decent run, but Paulinho and John Mary not quite on the same wavelength. It's been a frustrating evening so far for Al Shabab. Just looking that little bit of composure and connection in that final third. Created a couple of decent chances. Probably have done enough to have earned themselves at least a goal in this game. A couple of really big chances in the first half. There was the effort from John Mary that was saved by Ali Ameri. And there was his effort that was brilliantly blocked by Khalifa Al-Hamadi, who came off at half-time. A stunning goal-saving challenge to keep it at 0-0. Fourth corner of the game here for Al Shabab. It'll be taken by the captain, Nawaf Al-Abed. John Mary, as always, one of the prime targets in there. It's over his head. Hasn't fully been cleared yet by Al Jazira. Hit back towards goal. Gathered by Mohamed Jamal. Nawaf Falabed. Al-Qahtani. Lovely ball. Paulinho. Couldn't find a way through. Cut out by Abdullah Idris. Traore. Koulibaly. Could just keep it alive here. It's going to have for a throw, and it'll be Al-Shabab's ball here, despite the protests of Abdullah Idris. Al-Qahtani. Al-Abed. Danger here again, potentially here for Al Jazira, but it's a slightly poor first touch that proved to be the undoing of that particular move. Al Jazira get a throw. Al-Qahtani. I'll score. It's nicely cut out. Abdullah Idris with the throw. Al-Mamari. He's trying to link up there with Mohamed Al-Yamahi. Another teenager who came on at half-time. Four teenagers on the pitch now for Al Jazira, including those two half-time substitutes. Nawaf Dawi, who's 19, and Al-Yamami, who is 18 years old. Marcel Kaiser did say before the start of the game that this was an opportunity to give those young players a chance. They've stood up to the challenge well so far. There goes Santos. Falabed hits the cross early. John Mary's in here. And the goalkeeper did just enough. Ali Ameri there to deny the Cameroonian once more. Timed the run well. Looked like he'd got himself into a goal-scoring position, but wasn't quite able to find a way around the goalkeeper. Shabab thought that ball had gone out of play, but nothing given by the referee, and here is Mamadou Koulibaly. Mohamed Jamal. Well, there could be an opportunity here. Oh, it's sent across the face of goal, and well, Memari wasn't in the right place to take full advantage there. What an opening this could have been. That was John Mary's chance a few moments ago. Trying to clear their lines here, Al Jazira, and almost paid the price. Noah Falabed. With the attempt. He's actually gone out for a throw-in. Well, only one of the players used tonight so far by Al Jazira, including those two substitutes, is over the age of 24, 5 of them teenagers, including those two subs, 3 teenagers starting the game. With just over an hour played, it remains 0-0. Yamami to Abdullah Idris. Paulinho. Here goes Santos. I'll score. There goes Santos. It's a good pass. There might be an opening here. I'll score, back across, goal. It's gone behind for a goal kick. It came off him again. It's a little unfortunate. Noaf Dahi doing enough here. Just bounces off Al score there before going out of play. He was actually claiming handball. Oh, Alfalabed trying to play a quick ball there. It's come back to Paulinho. Caught there by Mamadou Koulibaly. And it will be a free kick. There goes Santos. I'll score. Just couldn't keep it in play. Nothing more than a goal kick in the end. It's just been that kind of game. For Al Shabab, frustrating. Trying to find a way through. It's going to be cleared here by Zayed Sultan and then Yusuf Ayman. There are going to be changes made here. Although Joui is coming off. And Abdullah Al-Shamek is coming on to replace him, 28-year-old. Strong challenge again. It's a good one on the captain Nawaf Al-Abed, and then tries to win the ball back and gives away a free kick. Iago Santos. Good cut back here. And is this the opening? John Mary doesn't miss this time. And he finally has his goal. Halfway through the second half, Al Shabab finally break the deadlock. Not the prettiest one he'll ever score. But after all those missed opportunities in the first half, he'll be relieved to have that one nestle in the corner. The breakthrough that the Group B hosts have been working towards. It's a lovely cut back there to initially set up the opportunity. Not the cleanest of finishes, that's for sure. Al-Harbi picking out John Mary, who scores his first AFC Champions League goal for the club. And his second goal overall since joining in January. Looks almost a little embarrassed by the rather scruffy nature of the finish, but after the day he's had, he'll be relieved. There's the opener, 1-0. So can Al Jazira find a way back into this game? They really haven't created too much offensively. They've been relatively comfortable for large portions. But the difficulty was always going to be, if that deadlock was broken, how would they respond? And we'll get to find out now. They've got a free kick here. There's going to be another change. Hamdan Abdul Rahman coming on in place of Mohamed Rabi.
Replaced by player number 37, Hamdan Amiri. تبديل من الجزيرة دخول اللاعب 37 حمدان الأميري بدلا من اللاعب 15 محمد ربيع.
So that goal doesn't really change anything. Al Shabab currently 9 points clear at the top of the table. Mumbai City still leading by a goal to nil against Air Force Club, who did have a chance of qualifying. Still do have a chance of qualifying. Certainly need to change that scoreline. There's Paulinho. Saw a foul there on the edge of the penalty area. Referee didn't think so. Koulibaly has it. Can't keep it in play. Easy one for Ali Amiri. Here come Jazira, and this is an opening. Well, Momemari couldn't get a final touch. It was a shot rather than a pass. It's a big opportunity for Traore there. Probably the best chance of the game for Al Jazira. It's good play from Bahebri. Jazira trying to find a way through again. He's cut out that time. Mohammed Jamal maybe had better options, but wasn't able to make anything happen there. Another change on the way, it would seem, for Al Shabab. Nasser Al Omran is getting ready to come on here for the final 15 minutes or so. There's Hussein Al Khatani. Yusuf Ayman. Playing it forward, cut out by Iago Santos, who's been a calm and reassuring presence at the back for Al Shabab in this game. Hasn't had a lot to do, but he's just kept things under control. Get a corner. Looks like it might be two changes. Abdullah Matouk is also getting ready to come on alongside Nasser Al Omran. Corner taken short. Have to wait for those changes at the moment. Al Shabab. Koulibaly has it. Does well to pick out Mohammed Jamal. Will be a throw-in, and now we will have those changes. Nasser Al Omran, but first Abdullah Matouk coming on. Hussein Al Khatani coming off. So to Hatan Bahebri.
Player number 15, replaced by player number 21, Nasser Al-Omran. Player number 11, Hatan Bahebri, replaced by player number 37.
Traore. He's done well. Really well. It's a good run, but pass was really lacking. Al-Abad. John Mary's in there again, just bounced off Nasser Al Omran there, the substitute. Oh, it's a risky back pass, and Al Mary was able to clear. It was almost calamity there for Al Jazira. Scored to take the throw. Mary will try and use his strength here to power past. He's going to end up winning a corner. Al-Abad to take the corner. To the far post it goes, over the top of everyone. There goes Santos, will try and keep it alive. Does so. Another cross comes in, goalkeeper gathers well. Al Mary doing well. Iago Santos. Bahebri clearly frustrated at being taken off. One of 3 players to be substituted by Al Shabab here as we enter the final 10 minutes. Jazira about to make their 4th change. Yusuf Ayman coming off. On comes the number 88, Mohamed Al-Wafi. And guess what? It is another teenager. 6 in the game used now. Seven, in fact. All 4 substitutes have been teenagers. Just 3 in the starting 11, Traore, Koulibaly and Al-Memari. He wasn't lying, Marcel Keitzer, when he said he was going to give the young players a chance. Iago Santos. Paulinho finds Al-Score. Iago Santos again. Looking for the ball over the top. Al-Score might get to this, but he is offside. Mary clears. Paulinho gets his head to the ball. John Mary. Cleared by Alameri again. Just controlling the game here. Al Shabab closing in on that victory would make them the most impressive, or joint most impressive team in the group phase, particularly in this western region, given that we're coming to the closing stages of it. Paulinho just trying to slip that back towards John Mary, couldn't quite pick him out. Now Jazira with 6 minutes to go of normal time. Not out of this yet. Wafi finding Mohamed Jamal. Wafi. Koulibaly. Lovely 1-2 with Traoré there. Koulibaly. Abdul Idris. Nawaf Al-Abed. It's good play from the captain. It's a really good ball as well. Matev Al-Habri. Hit from distance, took a deflection, didn't quite make its way into the path of John Mary. He's kept on getting in those positions, by the way. He's not had the best of nights, missed a couple of good chances in the first half, but he does have that all-important only goal of the game so far. He's still looking to get himself into dangerous areas. Nawaf Al-Abed. Paulinho. I'll score. It's a great ball over the top. Score denied there. Mohamed Al-Yamami coming back to make the challenge. There is going to be another change. Mohamed Jamal is leaving the field of play this time. There is the goal that currently separates these two teams. Not the cleanest of finishes from John Mary. He's finally got his goal. Emotional moment for the striker. Zaid Khamis, the player who's come on, by the way. And, you guessed it, 17 years old. Born in November 2004. Cross comes in, headed away, almost on the goal line. And that's a brilliant attempt, what a finish! Paulinho sealing the win in style. That lights up this game in the closing stages. Absolutely extraordinary from Paulinho. And the result is beyond doubt now. Corner only half dealt with initially. First touch on the chest and then the finish. Absolutely exquisite from Paulinho. You haven't seen many better than that this evening in any of the games going on in the AFC Champions League. That is special. Brilliant finish from the 25-year-old. His first goal in this season's AFC Champions League. Confirmation of that change, by the way, Jamal off. And the 17-year-old Zaid Khamis is on. Now, Al Jazira finishing the game with 8 teenagers on the pitch. They've acquitted themselves pretty well. Haven't really offered too much of an attacking threat. And that goal from Paulinho has prevented the Saudi side from having an uncomfortable final few minutes here. Certainly the highlight of the game. So we enter stoppage time. The end of the second half here, 3 minutes to be added. Cross it early, straight to the arms of the goalkeeper. John Mary trying to lay it off there for his captain, but wasn't quite able to do so. Cut out by Iago Santos. That's a great back heel. Enjoying themselves out there now, the Al Shabab players. It's been a frustrating evening for the most part. It took them a long time to open the scoring. They are going to make a couple of late changes here, it would seem. Khalid El Ghamdi ready to come on, so to Nasser Al-Bishi. Be lucky if they get a touch of the ball, frankly, with less than 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Ball's knocked out of play by the captain, Nawaf Al-Abed, so that players can come on here. Fawaz Al-Score is one of those coming off. He's been extremely busy in the 90 minutes here. A lot of hard work. Down the right-hand side. Goal coming from the other flank. And they provided the pass for the opening goal. Al Harbi is also coming off. So Al Ghamdi and Al-Bishi come on for, can only be a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so, if that. Al Jazira create one last chance with this young team. Mohamed Al-Yamami's cross, but he was offside anyway. Well, there is the final whistle. Al Shabab end with another win and another clean sheet. 5 wins from 6 games. 5 clean sheets from 6 games. Just 1 goal conceded in the group phase for the Saudi team. It took them a long time to make the breakthrough tonight. John Mary with the goal after a couple of missed opportunities in the first half. He took his goal midway through the second. It was a bit of a scruffy finish, but it was into the corner. And a well-worked move against this young Al Jazira team who finished the game with 8 teenagers on the pitch. And while it was a frustrating night in large parts for Al Shabab, they did finish with a bit of a flourish. The goal from Paulinho was exquisite, and by far the best moment of the match. Al Shabab picking up the win. Satisfactory night's work in the end. Looked frustrated at the end of that first half. He'll be pleased that his side kept going and found a way to get the win and picked up the clean sheet as well. Final score in Riyadh, in the final round of games in Group B. Al Jazira 0, Al Shabab 2.